Hi there, I'm here today to show you the new BWC 10-inch Android tablet. This is it at the bottom here. I've got it set up next to a standard iPad 2 so that I can show you the two together and give you some idea of the differences between them and the benefits of each. To start with, I will turn them on. The BWC, as you can see, has a gravity sensor so it knows which way around you're holding it. Obviously so does the iPad. Set up a little bit higher. So first impressions, the picture quality on the two devices is very similar, but I would say that the colour saturation on the Android tablet seems to be a little bit better than that on the iPad. However, the iPad has a slightly better resolution, even though there's not a lot in it. Clearly, in terms of overall form factor, the BWC is a little bit wider. It's a bit more of a widescreen experience, whereas the iPad is a little bit more kind of TV aspect ratio. Looking at the basic operation, scrolling between pages on the two devices, very, very similar. They both give a very smooth experience. This is running standard Android 4.0.3 ice cream sandwich, whereas this is iOS 6 on the iPad. As you can see, they're very similar. I've only got a few apps loaded up onto the BWC because it's been prepared specifically for this demonstration. But I've got a couple on there. I want to show you the performance to start with. I've got books loaded up in the background on the Kindle application on both devices, and if I just try and get them at the same time, this is the same book actually even, you can see that the e-reader application runs very well on both and at roughly the same speed. I mean, certainly it's extremely usable on both, no issues at all. The web browsing experience similarly is pretty good. Both of these are preloaded with that web page in the background, but you can see it's loaded up very, very quickly. And if I take them both back to the BBC News homepage, as you can see, both reload the home page pretty well. If I take a story, so the one about HMV, then both load at the same sort of speed. Very good. Back to the home page. I want to move the iPad out of the way now and talk to you in a little bit more depth about the BWC, give you a little bit of a tour of the device. So the BWC 10-inch tablet has a couple of advantages over the iPad. If we look at the edge here and get that in focus, it has a trans-flash slot. You can put up to 32 gigabytes of micro SD or trans-flash memory into this device as an upgrade, which is very useful, and you can take that out, put it in another device, bring it back. So if you've got music or video content, that's a great way of moving it between devices. It's got two micro USB slots, and they're host micro USB slots, so you can attach keyboards, USB hubs, external 3G dongles, 4G dongles for that matter. It's got a HDMI slot connector so that you can connect this directly to your TV and use it as a media player. Obviously it's got a power in slot, and it's got a 3.5mm headphone jack, obviously an on-off button, and then round on this side, volume controls, and a very nice external back button, which I find very useful when I'm using these kind of devices. On the BWC you have a camera, both on the front for video conferencing and on the back for taking quick snaps. And overall, the build quality of this device is very, very good indeed. Just going to show you the Play Store very briefly. The Play Store has a huge number of apps. It's got music, books, magazines and movies in there as well. It's very quick and easy to download apps. There's lots of free stuff, and of course there's also the paid apps. If I give you a quick example, we'll go for one of the staff picks, I think. One of the games. It's a free game, so because I'm logged into this device already, simply hit install. It tells you what the application's going to do. Accept and download. I'll keep shopping while that's downloading. And away you go. This is downloaded over Wi-Fi, obviously, on my ADSL connection. It's 100% download, and now it's installed. If I go back to the home page, there it is. Appeared on the home page. Hello, Rich Busworth. Hello. Hello. I've got the SD card, by the way, with me.
The hard reset.
It does the hard reset. Allegedly. Right, so now we've finished the comparison with the iPad, I want to show you some more of the features of the BWC 10-inch tablet. First of all, I want to show you the Play Store. The Play Store is Google's store where you can download apps, music, books, magazines and movies. There's a huge range of content there, far too much for me to go through right now. You do need a Google account, using a Gmail account, to get into the store, but a huge amount of the content is free. If you look at the apps as an example, you can see we've got the staff picks. There's a huge number of apps on here, and most of them are free. Some of them are very small cost, but the vast majority are free. For example, if I wanted to download and install StumbleUpon, very straightforward process. The app's now downloading. 0%, 100%. Going through an install process. I'm just using standard ADSL here, connecting via Wi-Fi from the tablet to the ADSL on the other side of the room. And now that process is complete. Most Android apps is the top left to go back to the home page. If I go to the home page here, where does it put it? There it is. And I can now move it should I wish. So once you've had a look at the Play Store, another great feature on these devices is the BBC iPlayer. Opening the app up here, got a range of different content available from BBC. I'm a big fan of Miranda, I just picked that. This is all happening live, downloading data as we speak, so it gives you a really good idea of how quick the device is. Come out, go back to the home page. Quickly to talk about the physical form factor of the device. It's about 1 centimetre thick. The back is in white, and as you can see, if I hold it this way around, it's got quite a wide range of connectivity options. There's a physical on-off button at the top here. Headphone socket uses a standard 3.5mm headphone socket. HDMI out, so you can use iPlayer or any media that you've got on the device directly onto your TV. 2 USB sockets using micro USB connectors, but they are full USB host. You can use keyboards or mice, external 3G, 4G dongles, USB hubs, anything you like in there. A 6V, 5V DC input, a physical reset button, and also a transflash slot, which will accept up to 32 gigabytes of memory in transflash, or micro SD, it's also known as. And you can use that to put content on this device, move it to another device, just increase the storage that you've got available. It's a very useful function. And then over on this side, you've got a physical back button, which supplements the soft button on the screen, and you've got volume control. These ports here are speaker ports and vents. So coming back to the home page. The other thing that I find particularly useful about this device is the fact that it's got such a great sound. You've already heard the